Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Yes, please confirm me, anyone. Yes, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, yes. Okay, at least confirm me, right? So the communication is going online, so it is very important to have an acknowledgement, right? So if no acknowledgement means, so we may have lost some communication. I mean, so the communication will not be successful, right? So for that reason, I want you guys to confirm me when I ask some questions or when I ask something to you guys. So you just confirm me whether it is reachable, like when I share the screen, right? So just confirm me. So I will wait for one more minute. Let's see. I think your strength is 13, right? 13 of you have opted for web development, right? Yes, students.
15, sir.
Sorry, 15. Okay, okay. So let's wait for 2 more minutes. Okay, students, we'll start. So I think all you have submitted the form, so which I shared in the morning, right? So I can see 9 have submitted and remaining 6 needs to be submitted yet. Okay, so just submit that form. So that is important for your attendance purpose. Okay. So let me share the screen. I'll share this screen visible. Yes, yes.
No, sir.
So I told acknowledgement is very, very important. So if you don't acknowledge, so how I came to know you are the screen is visible or my am I audible? So for that reason, you should acknowledge. Okay. Uh, is it visible, students? Is my screen
No,
visible?
sir.
Or acknowledging me? Yes. Is it visible now? Yes, students. Is it visible? Alia, is it visible? Is the screen visible?
No, sir.
Oh, not it. Okay. Nice. Yes, is it now?
Yes, sir. Now it's visible.
Yes, thanks for confirming. So we have seen in the previous classes, so how an HTML page can be structured. So what are the HTML elements we have seen, right? So in the previous class as well, so we have seen how we can use multimedia tags, how we can incorporate audios and videos into our web page, right? So and we have seen the forms as well. What is a form? So a form is something which is needed to collect I guess you have gone through it and in case of action we have seen, right? Now we talk about there are some other tags as well. So this is one simple example. So we did it practically. I have demonstrated it. So how we can use all these fields, right? So I guess it is understood. I hope it's okay. So if not, please let me know if you have any doubts regarding forms. So how a form can be used, what are the different form elements, okay, right? And after that form, we have several other text formatting tags as well, right? So these are the different text formattings, okay? So for example, this is bold. If I want some text to be appear in bold, so I'll use this tag bold B, okay? Similarly, strong, it will some similar to bold, right? Okay, and we have is it visible, students? Text formatting tag. Sorry, text formatting slide. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. See, for and emphasized. Okay, so that will look like this. Yeah. So small and deleted will nothing but the text will appear in strikeout manner. Okay, and this is inserted. That is will be in the bottom. Okay, so that is a subscript and as a power, if you want to treat the letter or the number to be on the power of something, so we'll use superscript. Okay, and this is mark. Okay, to highlight we'll use mark. Okay, so these are the different text formatting tags. I guess you are familiar with this. I mean, so you can use this tag simply. For example, let me show one example. So I'll create a file over here. So I'll open a file over here. So okay, I'll create a folder by web development and digital marketing. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Yes. any name. Okay, for example, text formatting, text but HTML only. I'll create a file. Okay, so in VS Code we can use a shortcut, that is the exclamation symbol, and I'll put enter. So this tags. Okay, so for bold, so we can use like this, using B tag. Okay, so this will appear in bold. Okay, similarly for inserted text, this is deleted here. Deleted. I mean, strike out. Text will be strike off. Okay. So I'll just format it. So it is good to format. Okay, so now I run it. Let me run this. Open with live server. Yes, see here. You can see over here. So bold, this is underlined and this is small, right? And text will be strike off. Okay. So this way you can I mean render the different using the different tags. Mainly we have mark. This will be highlighted. This will be highlighted. Okay, so after each and every tag, what I'll add is I'll add a break that it looks good. Break is nothing but line break, so there will be a line break after each and every uh, rendering. Okay, so here, so I can check over here. So this is the output here, right? So this is how. Okay, so in this way you can use the different tags as well. Okay, and if you want to add any image to a web page, how you can add? So I guess all you are from computer science only, right? You are the final year students from computer science. Is it right, students? Please correct me if I am
Yes, sir.
wrong. Yes, yes. Thanks. Yes, thanks for confirming. Okay, so then it will be good for me as well, because you may be knowing all those things, all those tags which we are discussing earlier, right? I guess yes. So similarly, if I want to add any image into our web page, how I can add a image to my web page? So I can add using img tag. Okay, so this is using img, I can add a image. So in the img tag, so we have one more uh, uh, we have an attribute called source. Okay, in the source attribute we need to specify the image file. Okay, the url. So here we need to specify the url of the image file. Okay, url means where the image located, so that we need to specify. And moreover we can specify the width of the image. Okay, so you can specify the width of the image and the height. Okay, height of the image, say it's 400. Okay, in this way we can add an image. So let me add a simple image over here. So let me check it out. Is there any image here exist for adding to our web page? Okay, so there is one image over here. So what I'll do is I simply copy this, and okay, so here I have a folder, so where I'm currently is, so I'll paste it over here. Okay, so this is untitled, I rename it to bird. So make sure that the extension of the image, so here it is, the extension is png file. You can got the extension from here as well, from properties. So here the file name is bird.png. You need to specify like this, right? And this is actually the image is stored. since we are in the same folder where we are working, okay, so this folder, so I simply specify the image over here, okay, so this one bird.png, so here I'll specify bird.png. I'll save it, I'll run it once again. Let us check how it, yes, here it is. Okay, so this is how you can add an image. Okay, so if you want the the image is not displaying sometimes, okay, so if you want something to be displayed at that moment, you can add one more attribute or property over here that is called alternative. Okay, so alternative, so this is nothing but here I'll add bird's image. Okay, bird's image. So say if I have added the name, the file or the image which is not exist over here, bird1.png is not exist over here. So see how it looks. So here it is. So some image symbol is displaying over here, and alternative text which we have added. So that is visible over here. Bird's image. Okay. I hope it is understood to you guys, because it's very simple, so no any programming or no uh, difficulty in particular this, right? So one more I want to know you from you guys, so what have you heard of a tag called iframe? Yes, anyone please? So have you heard of iframe tag? Yes, yes students please. So my question is, let me ask a question. So if I want to add any web page, okay, running it in my web page, okay. So how I can do with the help of HTML? So what is my question? My question is how how can how can we add or we add any web page to run on particular page, I mean particular web page. Yes, how we can do, students please? Yes, anyone please? Since you guys are from CSC, right, so you may be knowing it, right? So how we can add the pages, different pages to our web page? How we can do so? Yes, anyone please? Can anyone please tell me? Yes, yes, students, please acknowledge, please answer me. Okay, so it's very simple, because I want the class to be interactive. I don't want the class to be in a lecture mode. I mean, so one is speaking and all are sitting idle. So it doesn't give any acknowledgement to we as well, right? So what we are doing, and whether the students are listening or not, so it doesn't give any acknowledgement. So for that sake, so let's make the class interactive, and just tell me whether, so answer me this. Okay, so how we can add any web page to run in a particular web page? How can we do? Yes please, yes, anyone? Am I audible? Yes, students please, am I audible? Is there anyone feeling, I mean, any difficulty of taking classes? I mean, any language problem are you feeling? Or yeah, I mean, so whether I'm going fast or whether I'm going slower. So please let me know. Yes, Brinda. Okay, Brinda. Yes, you tell me. Am I audible, Brinda?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. So thanks for confirming. I'm simply just asking you all. So whether I'm audible or not. So at that time, please acknowledge me, right? So this one. So I have asked a simple question. So how we can add a web page to our web page? Okay. So a particular page running on a particular space or particular position in our web page. How we can do so? Any guesses? Any guess? Any guess? I'll simplify you as well. So I want, what is the use of hyperlink? So have you heard of hyperlink? Or there is a tag called anchor tag. Anchor tag. Okay. So this is that anchor tag. A tag we will call this, right? So this is closing. Okay. So what is the use of anchor tag? Yes, anyone please? Could you tell you what is the use of anchor tag? Please, anyone, please. It's simply myself going, just speaking at every time. So it doesn't make any sense, right? So you just answer me. So it's a simple thing, right? So what, have you heard of anchor tag? Yes or no? Yes or no? So I'm asking you yes or no questions. Okay, say if you know about anchor tag, say yes. Okay, if you don't know about anchor tag, say no as well, right? Yes. Yes, students, have you
No,
heard
sir.
of? No. Okay, okay,
No, sir.
thanks. Okay, thanks for confirming. Okay, so let me show the use of anchor tag as well. Okay, so thank you. So the use of anchor tag is for creating the hyperlinks. Okay, so you may have seen. So for example, if we visit some page, okay, so there will, it will transfer to some other page. For example, so I'll move to here. I'll type something. Yes, EO. Okay, so here I have typed SEO. Okay, SEO means search engine optimization. Here I have got a link. There is a link, search engine optimization. Okay, so if I click this, okay, I have clicked it out. Okay, so it is reached to some site called, this is developers.google. So this site, okay, so this is called a hyperlink. It will transfer you to some other page. So that is what the use of hyperlink. So for adding the hyperlinks into our web page, we'll use, so let me show that. If you want to add hyperlinks, so we can use a tag called anchor tag. So using that anchor tag, we can do so. So how we can use anchor tag? A. Okay, the tag is A. Okay, in that tag, we have particularly what we'll do is we will have a property called H reference. Okay, H reference. I have added here H reference. In H reference, I need to specify the file to which it should go, okay, to which it should transfer. Okay, for example, here I have a file called index.html. Okay, so I'll add that file here, index.html. Okay, and here I'll add something, the text which should be displayed. Okay, uh, click click okay, click here to move, click here to visit index.html. Okay, so here I have written. So now I'll run this. So let's see how it looks. So here it is. See over here, it is visible over here. Click here to visit index.html. So this is hyperlink. Okay, so this is called as hyperlink. So it is clickable link. Okay, so I can click it. Right, it is not a normal text. So these are all normal text. So that can't be clicked, and there will not be any event handling for that particular things. Okay, so here there is a event associated with it. Okay, so we can click it. So here, click here to visit index.html is printing or displaying. So now I'll click it. Yes, it is transferred. See here, it is transferred to a page called index.html. So in that it is displaying something. Okay, so this is called a hyperlink. You can add a hyperlink like this. For adding a hyperlink in an HTML, we'll use a tag. So that is called anchor tag. Is it clear, students? I hope it's clear. So for adding an hyperlinks, we'll use a tag. So make sure that you are okay. You are observing the things. Okay, right? So this is a tag. Using in the a tag only have specified the file name. I mean, in hrefs attribute, we have specified the file name to which it transfers. Similarly, if I have a file, this one, formatting.html. So I want to visit that also. So I'll add one more hyperlink here, hyperlink. Okay, so here I'll add uh, formatting. Okay, here I add formatting.html. I'll close this. Okay, so here this will transfer. This will transfer to formatting. Okay, formatting.html once clicked. So here simply I have added. Okay, you can add any text for particular these things. Once clicked. So now I'll check it. Yes, here it is. I'll refresh it once. Sorry, this is my page. Okay, I'll refresh it once. So here it is. Okay, we can add break as well over here. So look, let it align particularly. So after the image, I'll add break. After this hyperlink, I'll add break over here. Yes, you can format the document. So it is already not formatted. Fine, formatted. Okay. So now it is displaying here, right? So if I click this, so it will transfer to a file name formatting.html. Yes, this is the formatting.html. Is it clear, students? Yes, yes, please acknowledge me.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir.
yes, thanks for acknowledging. Okay, so this is the use of anchor tag. So we have one more tag called iframe tag. Okay, so iframe tag is particularly this tag. So anchor tag, what it will done is, so whenever we want to transfer to some particular page or some particular file, we'll do with this anchor tag. So but if you want a particular page to be run in that particular web page, in that case we'll use iframe tag. So I'll show the use of iframe tag over here. So I'll add here iframe. Okay, so here in the iframe particularly, I'll add source. Okay, source here, let's say it's so here I'll add the file name. So which file I want to run? Say here it is, we have a table.html file. So here it is visible. Okay, table.html, that file I want to load. Okay, so let's check it. So this is iframe. Fine, so let me run this once. Okay, fine. So this is our file. Okay, see, it looks good. See here, you can see over here. So the page, I mean the file student.html is sorry, table.html. It is displaying over here. So you can also add over here the width and height. Yes, see here that table is displaying over here, right? So that is the use of iframe tag. Even you can add the width and height of this particular frame. Okay. So here I'll add width. Width is say some 400. Okay. Height, height is say it is also some 400. And I'll add over here a break. Fine. I'll format the document. Looks good. Okay. Yes, over here you can see over here. See, this is the file, so which is running individually. So are you observing the difference between hyperlink and the iframe tag? Yes, can anyone please tell me what is the difference between iframe and hyperlink? So just we have used, so this is the hyperlink, this is the iframe. Yes, anyone, could you please tell me the difference between hyperlink and the anchor tag? Yes, students. Yes, I tell you. So hyperlink is used. There will be link will be available. So whenever that link is clicked, so that will be transferred to a page which is specified in hyperlink or anchor tag, right? So the use of this iframe tag is what? Iframe will definitely it will display a particular web page on a particular position with it will directly display running. Okay, so here it is. This is a web page called table.html. It is individually running over here, right? So this is basically the use of iframe tag. You may have seen YouTube. So for example, if I want to add any YouTube video to my web page, so I can do so. For example, I will visit YouTube over here. Okay, so here if I give something, say HTML, I have any YouTube video comes, okay, let it be. This is a HTML tutorial for beginners. Okay, so now, so you can click it. Okay, so over here, so what you can do is, so here we have an option, share option. Okay, then we have here embed option. So see, there is a iframe generated for this particular YouTube video. So I can simply copy this. Okay, I can simply copy this. If I want to include, so I'll include into my web page. So this should run individually. So I'll add it over here. I'll paste it. Right, I have pasted it over here. Right, see here. So here is it is specified the iframe width, height, the sources from where this particular file is running, right? youtube.com. Okay, so the title, okay, you can add the title as well. So these are all the different attributes associated with iframe. And frame border, you can assign the border for a particular frame if you want. Okay, so you can add autoplay means it starts running whenever it is loaded. So let me run this, let's check it. So here it is. Yes, here it is. Here you can see, is it visible, students? See here, one particular separate iframe is running over here. So this is actually extracted from YouTube. So this is what the use of iframe tag. The use of iframe is, you can, if you want to run any particular file individually on particular position in your web page, you can do so using iframe tag. Is it clear? Anyone having any doubts? Yes, students, any doubts till now? Yes, any doubts? Please let me know. Any doubts, students? Yes, yes, please. Okay, I hope it is understood. If not, please. Sorry. Someone. Okay,
No,
Brinda. Yes.
no doubt, sir.
Okay. Thanks for confirming. Okay, thank you. Okay, then we have different tags called div tag and span tag. So that also will discuss in the future classes. So basically, this is text formatting tags. We have seen how we can work it. Yes, the block components. So block components are in that particularly we have div tag and span tag. Okay. So this div tag is used for combining multiple tags into a single block. So we will do it. So once we'll start CSS and all those JavaScript. Okay. So we'll demonstrate the div tag as well. So for the time being, you just keep in mind, when we want to multiple tags to be blocked into a single blocks, we can do so using a div tag. Okay, and we have one more inline tag called span tag. So these are the different tags available in HTML. Okay, now, so I'm going to discuss about one more important concept called CSS. So what is CSS? Yes, anyone please? What is CSS? So the meaning of CSS is, or the acronym of CSS is cascading style sheets. Can anyone please tell me why we need CSS? Cascading style sheets. Style sheets. Yes, please. Can anyone please tell what is the use of CSS? Yes, students. Yes, anyone please? Can anyone tell what is the use of CSS? So we have seen. So at the beginning of the classes, so I have so we have HTML. We have three important things to discuss over here. So HTML, okay, and we have CSS, okay, and we have JavaScript, okay, JavaScript, right? So when we talk about HTML, what is the use of HTML? Yes, anyone please? What is the use of HTML? Yes, students, please. The basic use of HTML is to structure the pages. Okay, structure it will structure the pages, the web pages. Okay, for structuring purpose, we will use HTML. And what is the use of CSS? Yes, anyone please? Uh, if you want our web page to look good, if you want our web page to, if you want we to beautify the web page, okay, the look and feel of the web page to increase, okay, if our concern is to increase the look and feel, so then we'll use CSS, okay. So the basic use of CSS is to beautify, okay, to beautify the page. So I earlier told, so if you thought of a human body, the skeleton, okay, there will be skeleton, right? The skeleton, let it be, I mean, that skeleton is something called the structure. So that can be done with the help of HTML. And we need to add the skin to particular this skeleton to look it beautiful, to look good, okay. So that task can be done with the help of CSS. So that is the use of CSS, right? And if you want to do any programming kind of stuff, if you want to do any animations, right, if you want to do any animations and like validations, if you want to do validations, in such a cases we'll use the help of JavaScript. So that is the use of JavaScript. Is it clear, students? Yes. Yes, I guess please let me know if you have any doubts, okay. So then we are discussing about HTML, okay. It is used basically for designing the page, I mean for beautifying the images, the web pages, right? See here we have a web page with beautiful look and feel. So this can be done with the help of CSS only, right? Yes, in CSS, for example, CSS, we can apply the styles to a web page in three manner. Okay, in three manner we can apply the styles to a web page. How apply styles? I'll write over here. Apply styles to a web page. Apply styles to a web page. We can do so with the help of three ways. Okay, we have three ways. The first one is we can do with the, by applying inline styles. Okay, inline styles. And the second one is internal styles. Internal styles. And the third one is external styles. Okay, so inline styles, internal styles, and external styles. Okay, so we'll do it one by one. So let me take our example program for this particular. Okay, so I'll take a program, I'll create a web page. So over here, so I'll add a file, say I'll add here styles or styling.html file. Okay, so here I'll add, see here it came. Uh, demonstration. So I'm adding the title over here, demonstration of CSS. So here three ways to apply. Okay, so now I'll use over here some heading tag, heading welcome. So I'm printing something, some random text over here. Welcome to GEC Ramnagar. Okay, welcome to GEC Ramnagar. I want to apply the particular style for this okay heading. So see now when we run this, there will be no styles. It will simply display. Okay, so I'll run it and show it. Open it live server. Yes, it is. Now say for example, if we want to add some other color to this particular, I want to style this. Okay, so I can do so in three ways. These three ways. I can apply the styles. I can apply internally. I can apply externally. Okay, we'll do one by one. So now the first one, I want to apply the inline. Okay, inline styles. How we can do? So here, so in the tag particular the tag. So on which you want the style. Here we will use an attribute called style attribute. Okay, so style attribute. So style here in that particular I'll add font. So font family. Okay, so font family here I'll add some font family, say cursive. Okay, so similarly if I want to add some other, okay, uh, some other style, say font color or simply color. Color here, in place of color I'll add some color, say green. So this is how we are applying the styles. Yes, so this there should be colon, okay, sorry, semicolon after each and every style. Okay, this is one particular property, font family, and this is one more property called color. After applying particular property, that is font family, we need to use semicolon. Semicolon indicates the end of that particular property. Okay, so let me run this now. So let's see how it looks. See, this is the style is here. It's changed, right? So it came in uh, green color, as well as we have changed the font family as well, right? So this is how we can add the styles particularly. So if you want to add one more in any other styles as well, we can do so. So I'm adding here background color. Okay, so background color, I'm adding something over here. See, this is the background color. Okay, so now I'll run it once. See here, see how it looks. Is it visible, students? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I
Yes,
hope.
sir.
Yes. Yes, thanks. Okay. So this is how we can apply these styles. This is the way, this is the first one. That is, we are applying inline styles. Inline styles means the tag on which we are, to which we are going, we want a styles to apply. So on that only we are using the style tag. Here you can see, particularly for this style H1 tag only, I want this style. Okay. So for that reason, I have used inline styles. Inline styles. Okay, and one more we have one more method called internal styles. Okay, so that also can be done. So here I'll use the internal styles as well. So here I'll add h2. In h2 I'll write something. This is heading 2. Okay, so I'm printing here. I'm adding some random paragraph here. GEC college is an engineering. So I'm writing some random paragraph. College located in Ramnagar, Ramnagar, Bangalore. So simply I have written as random paragraph. Now I'll apply the styles for these two tags, H2 and the paragraph. So how I can do? I can do with the help of a tag called style tag. So over here I'll apply. I'll use the tag style, right? Style tag. So if I want to apply inline tag, I'll specify the style attribute over here like this. So we have done before earlier, right? So I don't want, I want it to be applied the styles internally. Okay. So for that reason, here I am applying the style for this H2 and paragraph. Okay, heading 2 and paragraph tag. So here we need to specify the tag to which we are going to apply the styles. Okay, for H2 I am going to applying the styles. So here we have a property called font family. So we can assign the font family. Say we can have this fantasy. Okay, this is our font family. So I'll want font. If I want color. So I want color as well. So any color, let it be blue. Okay. So blue. If you want any background, this is background color. So here I'll add this ugly. Okay, fine. See, after each and every uh, attribute or every property, we need to add semicolon over here, right? So we need to add. So I want this to apply for paragraph as well. So I'll put here comma, then paragraph p tag. Okay, p tag, right? So I'll run it now. So let's see how it display. See here, is it visible? Yes. This is heading. This is heading 2, right? And the styles are applied over here. And the styles which are applied for the headings, so the same styles are applied for this particular paragraph. Okay. So this is with the help of applying the styles internally. Internally, we have applied the styles. Can anyone tell what is the use of applying styles internally? Yes. Can anyone please? Yes. What is the use of it? What is the importance of applying the styles internally or applying the styles inline? Can anyone please tell me what is the importance? What is the use of it? So you can see the difference over here. So in a single a particular page or a single web page, we have applied the styles for by both ways, by applying through inline method and by applying the style through internal method, right? Internal we have applied, inline we have applied. So what is the use of applying the styles internally, or which one is good? Applying the styles internally or applying the style external? Sorry, this one inline. Yes. Could you please tell me? Could you please unmute and tell and speak out? Yes. Yes, please. What is the use of it? Yes, please answer. You can just unmute and tell. Yes, anyone, please? Okay. So what I'll do is I'll move forward. I'll apply the styles externally. So before that, I want you guys to just tell the importance of applying the style internally over inline. Yes, anyone, please? I'll call the names individually or else, right? Andusha? Andusha, okay. Yes, please. Uh, Arshita, don't hesitate to answer. Right? To answer. Not that we are measuring answers. Okay. How efficient doesn't matter. So just answer what you think, what you feel, right? So what you want to say. Then we have Meghna. Meghna. Pallavi.
Sir.
Yes, Pallavi. Yeah, what I'm telling is, what is the importance of applying the styles internally over applying styles inline? We have applied inline, we have applied the styles in both ways, right? So what is the important? So which one is good? Same style can be applied to one or more elements in the document. So Harshita has written. Yes, whatever you have written, you can speak as well. No matters, right? So it it will be somewhat acknowledging kind of things, right? Okay, so that's good. So same style can be applied to one or more elements in the document. So that is what the advantage of applying the styles internally over applying the styles inline. So one more thing we can apply this style externally as well. Okay, we can apply the styles externally as well. So that we can do. So with the help of by creating a file, okay, by other external file. Okay, so how I can do that? Okay, for that reason, what I'll do is I'll create a file over here, uh, CSS file. So I'll name the file as style.css. So this is CSS file. Okay. So here I'll add body. So for particular body tag, okay. So we can have different styles. Background. So here I'll add background color. Say background color. I'm adding over here brown, something like, okay. So I'll save it. Now I need to specify the URL of this particular style file, that is style.css file. Okay, this one style.css file into my page to which I want styles to appear. So this is my file just now create styling.html. So here I'll add the styles externally. So in the head tag only, so we can do so with the help of link tag. Okay, so you can simply, or else you can specify here link dot see here. So how good the IDE Visual Studio Code is? How good is it is, right? So link, then we have CSS. Okay, so if I put enter over here emit abbreviation, so this set of code is available for me. See here, so it has taken randomly. So here style sheet. Okay. Mm, so here in the H reference, okay, sorry, yes, here in the H reference we need to specify the style, the name of the style file. Okay, so the file where my styles are written is this one style.css. So that's I have written. Okay, so with the help of link tag, okay, we have tag called link. Using that tag we can apply the styles externally. And in the this particular property called relationship, in that we need to write a style sheet. In H reference we'll specify the file name. Okay, I'll save it. Let me run this. Sorry, let me run over here. So here it is. Yes. Yes, here it is. Yes. You can see the background color. So we have applied for the entire body. I mean, for the entire page, we have applied the background color. The style applied is background color is changed. Yes. Then my question is again the same. What is the importance of applying the styles externally over internally and through inline? Yes, anyone please? Can anyone please tell what is the use of it? So which one is good? So we have three styles, right? Which is good? Which is good or which is best? Or which way is best of applying styles? Yes, anyone please? Which way is best? Yes, yes, students.
Inline, sir.
inline. Why inline? Yeah, what you told is okay. So why inline is best? Why not internal? Why not external? So there should be some reason, right? So when you answer this, you have some reason. So using that only you have answered. So why inline is? Can any other answers? Which is best? Yes, students, please. Yes. So here the best way of applying the styles is external styles. So basically, the question is, it depends on the situation. So what I asked is, so which is best? So here, no question of best or worst. Okay, it depends on the situation. Okay, for example, if you want to apply the styles for particularly a single tag, okay, in a page, okay, so then in that case we'll use inline. And if you want to apply the styles for entire uh, tags or for within a page, if we have multiple tags to that particular page we need to apply, we'll use internal styles. And what is the use of external styles? External styles, the use is if we have because a website is a collection of web pages, right? What is a website? So we have seen website is nothing but a website consists of, it's a collection of web pages, right? So if you want to apply the styles for all the web pages, okay, uh, in that case we'll apply the styles using external styles, okay, because it should look uniform. You may have seen if you visit any website, all these pages are uniform, right? So that is what the importance of you applying the styles externally, okay. So we can have a separate css file in that we can apply the styles, and we need to specify in each and every page the url of this particular style files, like here only. So we have specified link relationship, okay, then we have specified the file name is on which we have written the code for these styles, right? So now I ask, so if I have over here, see here I have given h1 style is font family is cursive, and here so I'll add h1 here also. So in this particular internal styles, I'll add it over here, right? So here I'll add some other some other styles. Okay. So here I'll add, say I'll add here some this one. Let's take some other styles. Okay, Georgia or Cambodia. Okay. Now, if I run this, which style will be applied? Whether this cursive style will applied or this style is applied? Can anyone tell, please? We'll conclude the session. We'll take some maximum 5 minutes. Then we'll conclude the session. I just want this. Which style will be applied? Whether this style, I mean the style which are in internal styles, or the styles which are in inline styles, which is applied over here. Yes, students. Yes, anyone? Yes. Yes, please. Okay. So the answer for this is the styles. I mean, inline styles will be applied over here. Why? Because inline styles has more priority than the internal styles, and internal styles has more priority than the external styles. So in that manner only it works, right? So if so, we have applied the same. I mean, applied the style for same tag. So then the styles which is applied for inline, that will be uh, rendered, okay, over internal, okay, and internal styles will be rendered over external. So this is what the hierarchy, this is what the hierarchy of applying the styles. I guess you understood. If you have any questions, please ask. Any questions, students? Any questions, any doubts? Or else we'll wind up the session. Any questions? Yes. Any doubts? Yes, any doubts? Yes, anyone having any doubts? Please acknowledge me. Any doubts? If no doubts, tell just unmute and tell no. If you have doubts, just ask the doubt. I mean the question. Any doubts? Sorry, no doubts. Okay, students, it's very difficult. If you not acknowledge, if you not answer, if you not reply, it is very difficult, right? So what we'll do is we'll wind up the session now. So before that, I want you to just turn on your cameras. We'll take the snap and we'll wind up the session. Turn on your cameras. Students, turn on your cameras. Yes, please turn on your cameras. I'm not able to see anyone who has turned on.
Siddiq, I just now I joined. Like, let me know once you are done with the session.
Yes, sure. Thanks, Harshita. Just I'll take the snap, Vinay, and then we'll have
Yeah, sure.
the session. That yes. Yes, I only seen. I mean, it is Harshita only who has turned on. Okay, thanks, Brinda. Yes, thank you very much, Alia. Okay, thank you, Pallavi. Thank you, guys. Let me take. Okay, thank you so much. Now you can turn off. Yes, we have Vinay sir. So he has something to say. So let's.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
I think most of the students they have left. It seems, right? I mean, in meeting I can say around 50 plus. Now it is just 13,
No.
right?
Sorry. Actually, they have only. If I am taking the session for GEC Ramnagar, in that only 15 have opted for this web development and digital marketing.
Acha,
And
so the students we have today, they are from
Ramnagar,
Ramnagar. Okay.
yes. And
So students, how many of you are? I can see some names in like this thing in AI also. Meghna, are you attending AI classes? Meghna ji.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. It seems there is another mail. Okay, great. Okay, students, I think what we will do is you guys need to register in LMS. I think Siddiq, these people, I think there is no course created for GC Ramnagar in web development, it seems.
yes.
Correct?
I think yes.
I'll do one thing. I'll talk to Bharti and I'll ask her to create the course.
Yes.
Then we can plan, right?
Yes.
I think for now you can complete the session, and when you are done with the session, let me know. Then we will discuss about the LMS. Okay.
Yes. Actually, yes. The session is over now, so we can
Hmm.
discuss about LMS now.
Okay. So students, you can leave the meeting if you don't have any doubts. If you have doubts, you can talk to sir. If you don't have any doubts, you can leave the meeting.